Hello YouTube, I hope you're all good. I'm doing well. Just bloody started off there and realised that I didn't even have my mic on. I literally got to where I am now on the video, just as after it said Mount Fuji. So I've seen probably about 29 seconds of it. So I've got to remember to turn my mic on. Right, how you all doing? I hope you're all good. Yeah, I can't wait to get on with this documentary. This one's about SAIKI. Right. I've just seen the first bit where it said her name right, so it is SAIKI. SAIKI, forgot already. But yeah, by the end of this, we'll learn. I'm hoping that it starts from the very beginning, do you know what I mean? Where it all started. But yeah, as well, Leah, I'm going to do them in order that it says, yeah? Is that what I should be doing? I don't know if you can see my cursor, but you can see what's on the screen now, can't you? I'm starting with the top one. And also, it's not from BAND-MAID's channel. It's from Arrange. So go visit them. I'm sure you have. Go visit them. We show them some love. Give them a thumbs up and subscribe. But the amount of love you showed me in the comments, I'm sure that you already have been there and seen the documentaries and showed love. So yeah, not too much talking. Let's get on with it.
Landscape.
But I've got to take it back to the beginning. That's literally where I got to before I realised mic weren't on. The last intro was much better than this one as well.
Welcome to Kofu, the capital city of Yamanashi Prefecture, where SAIKI was born on February.
I've got to read that again.
Welcome to Kofu, the capital city of Yamanashi Prefecture, where SAIKI was born on February.
That's got to be the name of the place, right? I'll listen to it and we'll get on with it.
8th. Known for its proximity to Mount Fuji and its grapes and wines, Yamanashi is mostly covered by forests. This is the beautiful landscape where SAIKI spent her childhood with her mother and stepfather as her parents are divorced. Her mother was born and raised in Osaka, and SAIKI describes her as a person who doesn't hold anything back and could be very aggressive. Her stepfather wasn't really a father figure in SAIKI's education, as her mother took responsibility for this role as well. SAIKI was a very shy child who couldn't leave her mother's knees but forced herself to go to school anyway. As her mother loved to drink with her friends, SAIKI spent a lot of time in bars called izakaya, a snack bar in Japan where you can drink a lot and talk loud.
So izakaya, was that the name of a bar, or is that how you say bar there, izakaya? Let me know in the comments.
Try to picture a shy young girl eating dinner in the middle of a group of her mother's friends while they drank alcohol.
That's what I didn't mention neither.
Game, you're not ready for it.
SAIKI.
That's something I mentioned on my bloody first intro before I realised I didn't have my mic on. I haven't got my premium, so fingers crossed we don't get hit by too many of them bloody ads or commercials, whichever you call them.
Try to picture a shy young girl eating dinner in the middle of a group of her mother's friends while they drank alcohol. SAIKI had a very funny and lively childhood. She spent a lot of time singing at the karaoke, as her mother kept asking her to sing various types of songs.
See, I know that, empty orchestra, that's what karaoke means, isn't it?
He had a very funny and lively childhood. She spent a lot of time singing at the karaoke, as her mother kept asking her to sing various types of songs. Songs to cry to, like Nada So So by Rimi Natsukawa. Or more poppy songs like Butterfly by Koura Kumi. At first, SAIKI sang because she was asked to. But after being praised by her mother and her friends, SAIKI kept singing again and again, learning more songs and listening to different types of music. Listening to Koura Kumi led SAIKI to discover Namie Amuro, a famous Japanese singer, dancer, and model who's been...
She almost looks like, oh God, with the high-pitched voice that sings the American woman. I can't think of her name. You know I'm on about Mariah Carey. If someone said that was Mariah Carey, I'd have believed it.
referred to as the Queen, led SAIKI to discover Namie Amuro, a famous Japanese singer, dancer, and model who's been referred to as the Queen of Japanese pop. SAIKI became a huge fan of Namie Amuro and decided to take dancing lessons when she was around 8 or 9 to become just like her idol. She talked about the kind of Namie fan she was in the second episode of the radio show called BAND-MAID Nippon, a 20-minute regular radio show that aired during the pandemic on Nippon Broadcasting System, a sister company of BAND-MAID's label Pony Canyon.
私の人生を変えた一曲は安室奈美恵さんのファンキータウンです。
I want to see what that song was and what I write it down.
Company of BAND-MAID's label Pony Canyon.
私の人生を変えた一曲は安室奈美恵。
I'm interested, so I will check see what that is afterwards. Hopefully I can read my writing once I've done. Shocking, I know. As long as I check it out as soon as I finish, I'll understand what that says.
さんのファンキータウンです。
もうね、
はい、
サイちゃんといえば
私の人生を変えた一曲は安室奈美恵さんのファンキータウンです。
もうね、はい、サイちゃんといえばっていうぐらいこう
そうだね。ね、安室奈美恵さん
大好きだったね。
大好き。
もうだって
私の神様だと思っています。
すごかったんだから安室さんが引退を発表した。
See, the Poe thing, right? I don't know if it's going to explain it more at all in this, but I've read in the comments that something to do with a pigeon, and I can't really remember what the correlation were, but they keep saying it on here as well. So when they say Poe, what does it really mean? All I know is that it's something to do with a pigeon, the sound of a pigeon. I'm not quite sure. If anyone could elaborate in the comments. Hopefully I'll see a video about it, or you point me in the right direction that explains it in a video.
恥ずかしい。
もう忘れられないあれは。バンドメイドのツアー直前のゲネ最終の投資リハーサルみたいなのをやってる時に、お昼のニュースかなんかで確か流れたんですよね。で、練習というかリハーサル中のちょっとした休憩の合間時間に、そのニュースを見たサイちゃんは椅子普通に座ってたのに崩れ落ちたからね。
座ってたのにね。
座ってたのに立ってたわけじゃないのに崩れ落ちて叫んだから。
叫んだ。
みんなでどうしたのって
めっちゃ嘘だーって
そうちょっともう半泣きなんですかね。で泣いてた。でごめんなさい、もう今日はできませんって。
I wish they showed. Oh, I've just realised. I just about to say. I wish they showed pictures of the people who they're on about. And it's right there in front of me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're doing it above their heads. I've only just noticed that.
やったよ。やったけどね。
やったけど一旦もうちょっと私今日はもうできないですって
10分は休ませてもらった。
そうだね。ちょっと一旦それでがっつり休憩にしましょうって。
ちょっと気持ちの整理させてください。
もう本当に崩れ落ちてたとね。
そうぐらい好きなんです。安室奈美恵さんのことが。はい。
SAIKI's mother often asked her to audition, but at that time, SAIKI thought it would be impossible for her to pass an audition and actually become someone who can sing and dance like her idol, Namie Amuro. And then one special day, on her birthday, SAIKI asked to go to Tokyo to take a look at life in the big city. It was during this trip to Tokyo.
I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube about Tokyo, even before I started doing the reactions and that. I'd love to go there. It looks so bloody modern, doesn't it? Now, if you're Japanese in Japan, you'll probably know that yourself, but yeah, compared to a lot of the bloody world, it is definitely much more modern than here anyway. See, like watching video footage of your underground, your subway and that, it used to be like that here, you know, believe it or not.
That SAIKI was scouted. It was during this trip to Tokyo that SAIKI was scouted by a talent agency named Rising Production. But it was not just any talent agency. Rising Production also managed Namie Amuro. At first, SAIKI worked as a model. You can see pictures from a photo shoot she did with Jimmy Ming Shum in November 2012. Then, she was asked about what she would like to do. Of course, SAIKI brought up singing. So, she took singing lessons. The agency also asked her about acting lessons, and even though she wasn't really interested in acting, she agreed in order to have more opportunity in the future. When she was in high school, SAIKI traveled between Yamanashi and Tokyo on the weekend for her singing lessons. She was on the right path to become a professional singer and dancer.
Glad it started right from the beginning.
Augment Code is the best AI coding tool for professional software engineers. They've put a lot of time and effort making.
Through those singing lessons, SAIKI learned a lot about how to sing properly, louder, and also how to move while singing. When you sing, it's important to express yourself with gestures, but SAIKI was still very shy. She used to sing.
Sorry, I've got to stop talking over it. You know, definitely learned that right, haven't they, the choreography.
And also how to move while singing. When you sing, it's important to express yourself with gestures, but SAIKI was still very shy. She used to sing while standing still. But the years of dancing lessons did give SAIKI a good sense of rhythm. And those singing lessons helped her to overcome her shyness. SAIKI started to show signs of the strong, confident, and mesmerizing singer that we know of today.
Sounds like she did some double timing in there. Only time I've ever heard of that before, so it's probably a terminology in it. Only time I've heard of that is when people are rapping double time. But see if you notice it.
A lot happened in SAIKI's life since her trip to Tokyo. After joining Rising Production, SAIKI was scouted by Platinum Passport during one of her singing lessons. This is when she decided to move to Tokyo to focus on her career. SAIKI appeared briefly in a commercial for Taisho Pharmaceutical. You can also see her dancing in a music video for the singer May J. SAIKI was an actress in the B team of Go Jet Go Go Zero, a musical comedy where she played the role of Meg, the sister of the lead character. She was in the cast between June 26th and July 3rd, 2013. That's not all. Between August 13th and 19th, SAIKI performed in a play called Night of the Blue Moon, where she had the role of a nurse. SAIKI has always been a fan of trains, which is pretty common in Japan. She likes to take photos and visit museums like the Kyoto Railway Museum, where she went in 2016. SAIKI considers herself amongst the photographers when it comes to talk about train enthusiasts. There is also something else that's very present in SAIKI's daily life, and it's the only other topic you can see on her X account: the Japanese baseball team, Hanshin Tigers. SAIKI is a huge fan of this team, and she's supported them for a long time.
I've seen that jersey.
She reposts every victory
I've seen that jersey before, but I never knew that it was Japanese. My brain always assumed it had been American.
and sometimes she just posts about them. She even talked about the Hanshin Tigers on the radio with a show she hosted with Miku in 2021.
2025年にですね、阪神タイガースの2軍の本拠地が現在の鳴尾浜球場から小田南公園へと移転されます。知ってました？
いや、知らなかったです。
メイン球場は3階建てで、すごい。客席は約3600席。内野は黒土、外野は天然芝です。頑張れ阪神タイガー。
See, she's saying poets and disagreeing or agreeing. See, I'm still confused of when would be the right place to be using that word.
という私の気持ちです。
なるほど、お気持ちありがとうございます。はい。
If you
Or is it just like full stop? Or like as a lot of Brits say at the end of things, you get me? These say po. I don't know. Hopefully I'll learn it by the end of all the documentaries.
really follow SAIKI on Instagram,
頑張れ阪神タイガースという私の気持ちです。
なるほど、お気持ちありがとうございます。はい。
if you really follow SAIKI on Instagram,
Looks like a Mortal Kombat
you know that she
character
loves
dressed like
taking photos, where she poses with various types of clothes, along with photos of her shoes and nails. Talking about shoes, you can find videos of SAIKI showing a room full of sneakers in a series called Maid's Room, available for Omesu-sama members. SAIKI is also one of the main models when it comes to feature band-made clothes for the official website.
that. See that? I am not doing any more of the damn bloody.
On July 24th, 2013, a rock band called BAND-MAID performed for the first time at Otsuka Deepa in Tokyo. This band consisted of 4 members: Konami on guitar, Akane on drums, Misa on bass, and Kabato Miku, the founder. This band consisted of 4 members: Konami on guitar, Akane performed for the first time at Otsuka Deepa in Tokyo. This band consisted of 4 members: Konami on guitar.
Konami, guitar. Alright, so I'm going to try and write as quick as I can. I'm trying to learn.
Akane on drum.
Akane, yeah, I said a cane before, and someone in comments said there's no silent E's in Japan. So that's something I learned from you guys, so thank you. Right. Akane. Drums.
Misa on bass.
Misa. What did I do? Watch later.
And Kabato Miku.
Kabato Miku. Right. Come on. Should have got bigger post-it notes. These are tiny. You'd think I'd be writing neat taking this long, wouldn't you? So I think that's all of a minute.
The founder of the band, on vocals. BAND-MAID performed 2 more times at Shibuya
So
Milky
she was
Way,
the founder?
Misa on bass, and Kabato Miku, the founder of the band, on vocals. BAND-MAID performed 2 more times at Shibuya Milky Way on August 13th and at the Vunos in August 16th, before realizing that Miku's voice alone wouldn't be enough for her band. The management started to look for a lead vocalist within the agency. The profile of a young new talent who'd moved from Yamanashi came up. She had taken dancing lessons for a few years along with singing lessons from her previous and current agency. She'd also done some acting here and there, but she always wanted to become a professional singer. Her name was SAIKI. SAIKI was first contacted because her profile fit what the band was looking for.
Something I've just noticed, I don't know if it's rock in general, because I've not really paid any attention to rock music, if I'm honest. My brother listens to it all the time. I've heard it there, but I can actually hear all the different. Normally, music just meshes together, and you hear one sound. To me, anyway, you either like it or you don't. I can actually hear everything individual.
She was asked
like
to come.
Guitar solos. Look, I say solo. It's not solo, is it? Because there's other music playing with it. But you know what I mean. I can actually hear everything individual.
Sing and listen to the songs planned for the band without being informed that she would have to perform in a special outfit. On SAIKI's first audition, none of the members were there, only the agency president, songwriters, and manager. They explained the project in detail, but SAIKI was really skeptical about the maid outfit. She listened to the music written for the band, and even though she really liked it, SAIKI was not really sure if she could sing these kinds of songs. But the management team told SAIKI her voice was great and was a perfect fit in the band. As she wanted to sing more and was ready to participate in any audition that could offer her a job in this area.
As I said in one of the videos yesterday, I think, that it's a juxtaposition, the way she looks and her voice to the style of music. That's why it goes. I think, anyway.
SAIKI accepted the offer and officially joined BAND-MAID.
Yeah, again, that's
SAIKI
something that I needed to ask as well, and they're going to tell me now.
accepted the offer and officially joined BAND-MAID.
Oh no, I thought you mentioned BAND-MAID. I need to know where this BAND-MAID goes.
I forgot about a switcher, bro. That was fire, what? We're gonna try to do some sick.
We won't talk about that.
SAIKI still had to meet the other 4 members, but she didn't meet them all at once.
4人同時じゃなくて徐々に会っていく感じだったんですけど、最初は茜だったかな。彼女についてはとにかく明るい人という印象で、すごく明るくて素敵と思いましたね。なんで最初に茜と会ったかというと、私の最初の衣装を作ることになった時、当時はみんなと似たようなメイド服の衣装だったんですけど、彼女の衣装を元に作るのがバランス的にいいだろうということになったみたいで、お互い身長も一緒だし、体重も近かったので、一回これを着てみてみたいな感じで、まず茜の衣装を着てみたんです。それで、ああ、ここをちょっと直せばいけるね、みたいな感じになって、すぐにできたんですよ。ただ、私その時点ではまだそれがメイド服だって分かってなかったんです。というか、エプロンとか小物がないとただの黒いワンピースに見えるわけですよ。しかも袖がない。いわゆる可愛い感じの衣装じゃなかったんですね。ただ、
I was just about to say, that's amazing the way the apron sounded like apron is the way we'd say it, but then I realised that that must be what it's like for the French, for us British, when we talk and we say words that we don't really realise are French. And they thinking, why are they throwing French in now and again? I'm learning other things other than just about these. I can't think of any French words that we use all the time now, though. It all is French, isn't it? Our language. French and German. I don't know. I'm not on about our language, I'm on about these for now.
なんかフレアの幅が広いよなぐらいには思ってましたけど。そして後日衣装ができたら付属品みたいなのがいろいろついてきて、それをつけてみたら、おお、メイド服やんと気づいて、そこで改めて小鳩とか金見の衣装を見て、ああ、バンドメイドのメイドってそれなのねってようやく理解したんです。それはどうあれ、とにかく茜の第一印象はいろいろ親切にしてくれる明るいお姉さんでした。次に会ったのがミサで、彼女とはなんとなく気が合うんだろうなみたいな感じがして、好きそうなものが似てそうだよなと思いました。初めて会ったのは5人での初お給仕の前日、スタジオでのリハーサルの時でした。そこでみんなと「はじめましてよろしくお願いします」みたいな。その時の休憩時間にミサと話したのかな。彼女は人見知りなんだろうなってすぐ分かりました。自分と似た匂いを感じたからなんですけど。だからなかなか会話が始まらないんです。茜の場合はすごく気を使ってくれるというか、人見知りを察知するのが早いんです。だからすぐに話を振ってくれるんですよ。放っておくと私は喋らないから、最近はどう思うみたいに。ほんと。
I just realised, unless I'm talking, I don't want that near my face. I hope it doesn't sound like I've been breathing in it all that time. I hope it doesn't sound too horrible. Yeah, and then I've got to remember to bring it to me when I speak.
本当に優しい人だなと思いましたね。そしてミサに対しては、この人もめちゃくちゃ人見知りだ。気持ちはわかるぞーと。初対面の時はちょっとした挨拶程度だったんですよ。お疲れ様ですみたいな。話をしたのはレコーディングの時だったんですけど、私にとってはスタジオ見学のようなものだったので、ああ、レコーディングってそうやるんですねとか話していた気がします。第一印象としては目の大きな人だなって。しばらくするととても真面目できちんとした人な。
Let me know in the comments if this is actually her voice. It sounds different to the voice earlier.
なんだなと気づかされました。何かの時に「さようでございますか」って言葉が聞こえてきて、そんな言葉遣いする人これまで私の周りにはいなかったぞと、めちゃくちゃ丁寧な感じで働き慣れてる人みたいなイメージがありました。社会人っぽいというか、真面目な学校に通ってたのかしらという印象でしたね。初めて会ったのはそのリハーサルスタジオの時なんですよね、きっと。私が正確に覚えてないだけかもしれないけど実際本当に私が覚えてないだけみたいで、去年本人からその前に佐伯を見てるよって言われて怖っと思って知らないうちに影からオーディションされてたんだって。マネージャーと一緒にちらっと見に行ったことはあったんだよと。そりゃそうですよね。身なりぐらいは見ておかないと。私的にはお給仕前日のスタジオで会った時が初遭遇だったんですけど、その時はなんかちっちゃい子が来たなと思って、これまた私の学校にはいなかったタイプだなとその時点で思いましたもん。なにこの5人ってなんでここにこの5人が集まってるのってさ。
Keep saying five. How did I only write 3 people down earlier when they went through that thing? Kamani guitar. Oh no, yeah, I've got 4 here. Kamani guitar, Akani drums, Misa bass, and Kabato Miku vocal and guitar. Who am I missing? Hopefully we'll figure that out soon.
最初から疑問でした。今も疑問。最初小鳩に対して
I forgot to bloody bring that to me. I don't know if you heard. I'm going to say it again. Right. She keeps mentioning 5. I've only wrote 4 down. Kamani on guitar, Akane drums, Misa bass, and Kabato Miku on guitar. Who have I missed? I will go back and have a look when it finishes. See if
で
I can
は
find.
キャラ強って思いましたね。濃ゆいなこの人。独自のキャラがもうすでにあるって。他の3人についても癖強めというか濃いめだとは思っていて、でも同時に私自身はもっとそう見られているんだろうなと思っていたので、最近になってそのことを言いました。絶対そう思ってたでしょって。みんな素直に認めてました。マジで無理って思ったとか言ってましたね、コバトは。マジでどうしようって悩んだよって。
These 5 members are really unique and really different, but they all became very close friends over the years.
I'm missing one.
Although, it was not that easy for Saiki.
At Sky Vegas, get 50 seriously free spins when you join, and 200 more when you deposit and spend £10. No wagering required. What you win is what you keep. Sky Vegas. Play. It's why we're here.
Saiki has a very shy personality, so it was hard for her to open up and talk to her new bandmates. From the beginning, Akane already knew Konami and Misa, so there was a connection between those 3. Miku, being very friendly and sociable, had no trouble fitting in with the new trio. But when Saiki joined BAND-MAID, the other 4 had already performed live and spent time together. So for someone as timid as Saiki,
Like that t-shirt.
it took a while to fit in. She gave her opinion when asked, but the communication was very limited during the first months. Saiki also had a lot to learn as a lead singer, as she had no experience when it came to concert setup or even singing on stage with a band. She didn't know how to wrap her mic cable or do a mic check, and even what a joint concert was. Of course, she went to a lot of concerts, but only for that one band she wanted.
My phone's ringing. Let me just stop it a second. We're back. Ugh. Sorry about
to
that.
see before leaving the venue. Mic check, and even what a joint concert was. Of course, she went to a lot of concerts, but only for that one band she wanted to see before leaving the venue. Saiki also struggled to sing with all the noise of her bandmates' instruments on stage, as she didn't wear in-ear monitors when she started to sing with BAND-MAID. Saiki performed her first concert with BAND-MAID on August 22nd at Shibuya AX in Tokyo. Performed her first concert with BAND-MAID on August 22nd.
Write that down.
At Shibuya AX in Tokyo.
That's the first time. Jesus Christ. Brilliant. You see the evolution though, don't you?
Right after this concert, Saiki got rid of the apron that was attached to her outfit. It took about 6 months for Saiki to get used to being in a band and learn how to manage her setup for the concerts. This timing was perfect because on February 8th, 2014, on Saiki's birthday, BAND-MAID performed their first one-man concert.
I'm sure I'll be checking all these out.
After the success of Thrill, BAND-MAID played more concerts, and Saiki found herself singing more than she was prepared for. Even though she took singing lessons for a few years, SAIKI's vocal technique was still very limited. And during her debut, she wasn't as cautious about how she sang. Around the time BAND-MAID recorded Alone, SAIKI was being helped by a vocal coach to improve her singing skills, but it was already too late. Between 2015 and 2017, her throat suffered to the point where her voice became half as powerful as it was when she joined BAND-MAID. At one point, she couldn't even record an entire song the same day. She had to rest a few days between takes to ensure that she didn't lose her voice for good. Even forced to speak in whispers for a while and used her voice only for singing. Terrified by the idea of having to rely on surgery, she tried everything to avoid it, but finally...
I genuinely find that mental, that it happens to a lot of singers, doesn't it? That they end up having surgery. That's crazy. See, I have never ever once tried singing, right? Even in the shower on my own or whatever, the moment air starts to leave my mouth when I want to sing, nah, I cringe to myself. So I don't even know. The vibrations probably tear the hell out of your throat. Jesus.
Realized that she would not be able to sing anymore if she waited any longer. In the summer of 2017, she finally gathered her courage and went through with vocal cord polyp surgery. SAIKI was completely without a voice for a week, and then she wasn't allowed to sing for a month right after the surgery. She wrote a tweet to reassure everyone who'd been following her. With the
Gotta give me a chance to read it.
For a week, and then she wasn't allowed to sing for a month right after the surgery. She wrote a tweet to reassure.
Just wanted to let you all know the surgery for the polyps on my vocal cords is over and I'm out of the hospital and back home. The period of silence is over and I'm talking to you a little bit to see how I'm doing. I'm still grateful for the kind words and the time you've given me. Oh, thank you.
Everyone who'd been following her. With the help of her vocal coach, who had experience with this kind of surgery and a lot of training, SAIKI is now able to sing even better than before and has improved her technique while learning how to properly care for her voice. You can see SAIKI taking care of her throat during MCs when she's drinking loquat syrup, or even after the show, where she's using a stainless steel ice bottle to keep her throat cool. SAIKI's voice changed a lot over the years, always improving, becoming more powerful with a wider range.
See, is there any point me writing all these down? Because I'm guessing they're going to get suggested, and everything that I've looked at, I've seen loads of stuff, so I imagine that there'll be loads of shows. No point writing them all down, no, because they're going to get suggested, aren't they? If they're not, I'll be doing them anyway. I keep forgetting about the mic thing. The shows look amazing, man. everyone in comments is definitely right. They've got a hell of a lot of live shows and that need to get done, haven't they? Jesus. Anyway.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do.
No one saw anything there. Any activities?
There are always more to do in a band than just play your instrument. There's writing songs, lyrics, and being involved in the whole process.
I've just noticed as well. Well, I haven't just noticed. I've noticed with SAIKI that she's always got this blue flower in her hair. That's her thing, I'm guessing. And she's got a red one. Is that her thing? I'm guessing they all have their individual thing as well.
SAIKI wrote lyrics here and there along with Miku since the release of Brand-MAID in 2016. But she's started to write more by herself, as she's the one who's credited for lyrics on Corellium. Hate. And Maji. SAIKI actively participates in other activities.
Sorry, that massive arena. Look at that. Jesus.
SAIKI actively participates in other activities around BAND-MAID, like helping design clothes and giving ideas for the covers of BAND-MAID CDs. At first, Miku was the spokesperson of the band, while SAIKI used to stay in the background. Miku was the one who talked the most during media appearances and put on a show during MCs. But since the pandemic, SAIKI took a step forward.
I thought they was going to let me know the fifth one that I'm missing out then.
And became, with Miku, part of the front image of BAND-MAID. They talked together during the BAND-MAID Nippon radio show and all other radio appearances. SAIKI has also become more active during MCs and started to talk from her heart with the fans. After a time, SAIKI came to realize that of all the maids, she had the best view of the stage, as she was free to roam as she focused on her singing. SAIKI was the one who started to talk to the other members about moving around the stage, interacting more with the crowd, and making each concert even more special.
常に驚かせたいっていうのがありますね。ハッとさせられたり、ゾクッとさせられたりっていうのは本気の生理現象だと思うし、そういうのを伴った時の方が記憶に残るんじゃないかなと思っていて、だから結局自分たちのことが相手の記憶に残っていってほしいのかな。忘れないでほしいというか、一回見た。
I'm sure you are in the memories. I keep forgetting to bloody pause and bring the microphone to me. I bloody learn.
思っていて、だから結局自分たちのことが相手の記憶に残っていってほしいのかな。忘れないでほしいというか、一回見たらもう忘れられないねみたいな、そういうのを目指しているところがあるのは確かですね。
And I think her aims actually worked because a hell of a lot of fans and love gone their way. So I think it worked for her, didn't it?
SAIKI changed a lot with BAND-MAID, compared with the shy girl she was when she visited Tokyo for the first time. Scouted on that day by the same agency who managed her idol to become a model and being able to take singing lessons. And then scouted a second time during those lessons by another agency to develop more talents. SAIKI performed in a few plays to end up joining an all-female rock band, playing songs far from her repertoire in an outfit that she never really liked. She had to learn everything from scratch to move towards her goal of becoming a professional musician. This shy young girl, who never thought that she could sing and dance for a living, became a confident, talented lead singer with an insane stage presence. SAIKI changed so much that even those close to her, including herself, don't even recognize her when she's on stage. SAIKI seized an opportunity and took the best of it to evolve into a new version of herself. Surrounded by the best group of friends, she managed to rise to a point where she never thought she could reach. But this ascent is far from over. SAIKI and her bandmates have the energy to climb over any mountain in their way, no matter how high. In the end, and against all odds,
I've never seen anime, but that looks like anime drawing to me.
SAIKI is the perfect fit for BAND-MAID. The last piece of this miraculous puzzle whose voice resonates across the world.
Have I watched the wrong one first? I watched it in bloody order. I don't know. I've only learned about it. I've got to learn about the rest, but I'm sure they all feel like that because it's a main character, isn't it? So they'll all be their own main character, so it'll feel like that on all of them, I imagine. Nearly finished.
The last piece of this miraculous puzzle whose voice resonates across the world.
SAIKI.
I'm so glad to see you again. この時が続くように暗い日々
there we go.
with you.
That answered my question. It wasn't SAIKI, it was a voice actor, and what was the name?
I'm so glad to see you again. この時が続くように
Yuri Takashima as voice of SAIKI. So that answers my own question now, doesn't it?
暗い日々さえ with you 無意味なものはないよ You shot me down last night.
Right. BAND-MAID documentary, SAIKI. Yeah, that was brilliant. Go and show my man Orange some love. Orange. Yeah, go and subscribe to him and give him a like. Right, yeah, see. Right at the end, it felt like I probably did the wrong one first. But in my head, then I quickly thought, no, they're all going to be like that, aren't they? The main character, of course. I was going to do them like weekly or something. I think one day in a row is a bit too much. But I want to learn a bit more about it. I want to learn about it more before I do the music. So rather than once a week, I reckon like once every couple of days I'll be doing one of these documentaries till these ones are done. But I'm sure there's loads more, ain't they? But yeah, thank you very much for suggesting all this. I appreciate the lot of you. I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate you that are just watching. But please subscribe, it does help me out. But yeah, if you made it this far and you did like the video, please give me a thumbs up, put something in the comments for me to read. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day. Goodbye, bye, peace.